You found him on your sofa?
Yes.
With a 17-year-old?
Yes.
How old was he at the time?
21, I believe.
Sir?
Yeah, I did cheat, but I mean, I found out that one of my daughters may not have been mine.
The tale of 2 marriages, 2 divorces, and 2 acts of infidelity.
It's time to quit.
If you think getting married once is enough of an adventure, wait until you hear about Christy and Timothy's double feature of disaster. Let's dive into this roller coaster of a relationship that started when they were just teenagers. Picture this: Christy, 16, falls for 21-year-old Timothy. 6 months later, there's a baby on the way. As Christy puts it, 2 kids having a kid. Not exactly the ideal start to a fairy tale romance.
I married this man 2 times, divorced this man 2 times, and he cheated on me 2 times.
You do everything in twos?
Twos, yes.
When did you all first get married? How old were you?
I was 16 when we got together. Got pregnant 6 months later.
Damn!
So that started things off pretty bad. You know, 2 kids having a kid.
But the real drama kicks in during marriage round 1. While Christy's out with a friend, Timothy decides to get cozy with a 17-year-old on their sofa. And not just any 17-year-old, someone who is more like a sister to Christy. Talk about betrayal. Now, what would you do if you came home to find your husband with a teenager on your couch? Well, Christy didn't just knock, she kicked the door in. But here's where it gets interesting. She kept her hands to herself. The police were called and the minor was removed from the property. And that couch?
The first time was with a 17-year-old girl who was more like my sister. I kicked in the front door and found him on our sofa.
What? You found him on your sofa?
Yes.
With a 17-year-old?
Yes.
How old was he at the time?
21, I believe. He had me go out with my friend, so when I came back, because I didn't feel good and just didn't really want to go out, so I came back and that's when I found him. So that ended the first one.
What'd you do?
I kicked in the front door.
Once you got in the door, what did you do?
I kept my hands to myself.
Good.
Other than that, the police were called. She was removed from the property.
She had to wait on the police to be removed?
No, given that she was a minor in the state of in the custody of the
There
state.
wasn't too much of a minor on that couch with this grown man.
Timothy's excuse? He claims it was a retaliation because he heard one of his daughters might not be his. But wait, the timeline doesn't quite add up because this happened before he heard the rumor.
You want to give me some background, sir?
Yeah, I did cheat, but I mean,
All right.
no good answer for it. But you know, found out that one of my daughters may not have been mine. It was a situation that
Before you did that?
Yes.
So it was kind of retaliation, or?
Yeah, I guess I considered it retaliation. I went with it, did what I did.
Okay.
It was stupid of me.
And you all
But, I mean,
divorced how long thereafter?
6 months.
All right, and
About 6
then you
months.
all resumed or remarried how long after that?
Okay, a year after we divorced, we remarried.
Marriage 2, the sequel nobody asked for. After a year of divorce, they decided to give it another shot. Why? Well, as Christy explains,
Well, we tried to stay friends for the kids, and we were hanging out and doing things together, and then one night, we got wasted. And I got pregnant with the 3rd one.
what the hell?
but just 2 days after their second wedding, everything fell apart. While Christy's working full-time with an MA degree, guess what Timothy is doing? That's right, playing video games while the kids are hungry and writing love letters to his childhood sweetheart. And oh boy, these weren't just any love letters.
Everything went good till 2 days after we got married the next time, and then 2 days later we got in a huge fight, and it just kept it going after that. After going back to school and getting my MA and then working full-time, I come home, the house is filthy, he's playing video games, the kids are hungry, and he's writing love letters to a girl that was his childhood sweetheart. And I have the letters to prove it.
How did you get that?
Ding Dong left his phone on and got a mysterious call. I went to answer it for him, they hung up on me. When the call closed out, his email was open with the letter up. So I read the letter and confronted him that day, and he didn't deny it. So I kicked him out. The kids and I kept the house.
You wanted to give it to me? This is to the other woman. Thank
Yes.
you for taking the time to listen to me. You are the most amazing woman in the past and present memory of my life. That may sound corny, no matter how it sounds. Yes, it did. It is the truth. This last week and a half of my attempts to flatter you and then being with you on Friday, September 9th. Why'd you do that? Who does that? One day I want to tell you how much I love you. I wanted to personally read this to you, but maybe it's best that I give you this in this form because I might get caught and kicked out.
Is that a typo,
And you
Your Honor?
did get caught and kicked out.
The cherry on top, when confronted, Timothy tries to explain his romantic walk with his high school sweetheart, only for the judge to shut him down. The judge's final analysis? The love letter wasn't romantic.
Sir, what do you want to tell me about this?
Around the beginning of September last year was when me and my high school sweetheart, first one, had started talking again. And then I went out with her and we took a walk and we talked a lot. And
You don't have to rub it in her face. You don't
Thank
want to
you.
hear this nonsense, do you? Well,
No.
you've already read the letter, but
Right.
nobody want to
I
hear
talked to
all
her
this.
too.
Did you?
Yeah. It was all one-sided according to her.
He tracked her down,
Yeah.
stalked her. Quite frankly, you're right. This is a stalking type letter. You'll come across so pitiful. Anybody ever told you that? Seriously, anybody ever told you that?
no, Your Honor.
The moral of the story, sometimes love doesn't deserve a sequel. And if you're going to cheat, maybe don't leave your phone unlocked with your email open. Oh, and always remember, if your spouse cheats on your couch, burning it is a perfectly reasonable response. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.